Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome to another pop culture tarot reading. This will be a part two. Today's episode will be a part two of Tyla. Okay? We're going to only use oracle cards. I did a tarot portion already. Go check that out in part one. But I said I was going to pull some tarot, some oracle cards to answer these questions that the subby left. All right? And she wants to know, they want to know, I'm not sure if it's a she or he. Forgive me for that. They want to know, will her upcoming album get released? That gets released over the next few days. I think it's the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Will it sell at least 100,000 copies? I got a yes in the tarot, but let's see what the oracle cards say. All right, so she has the 5 and the 7 of swords. And immediately what I get from that is they may do something to finagle the numbers, okay, to rig it in her favor. Okay, and again, she is feeling very apprehensive and nervous about this. She has the 5 and the 7 of swords. Aquarius, moon energy, and Venus in Aquarius. So it feels like cheating. This is about winning at all costs. It's a lot of money that has been put into this album. The money has to be recouped. So it feels like there's a lot going on to push this through. The motives may not be 100% honest or integrous. Allegedly. Everything I say in this reading is alleged for entertainment purposes only. I have no proof. Take it with a grain of salt. And I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. But let's get to the second question. Will she go on tour for this album? And I got a yes and a no in the tarot, saying that she may have some reservations or there may be blockages. Something I'm saying. We have misappropriated funds. We got theft and embezzlement, fraud, extreme greed, hoarding, financial manipulation, a Ponzi scheme, sneaky, shady financial dealings, bad investments, and unethical financial behaviors. Now, what I instantly get from that coming out of the 5 and 7 of swords is there may be an issue where the numbers, the math ain't mathing. So when you sell a lot of CDs, copies of your album, then you turn around and go on tour and your tour numbers don't match because the numbers were finagled to begin with. So that may be something that hinders her. Not being able to sell the tickets, maybe putting it out there and then people not buying the tickets. All right, number 3, will she get backlash for her sales? Will she get backlash? We have the audience showing off, impressing, misbehaving, acting out of character. Outside influences and external factors. There's going to be people who are naysayers, who don't support her. I guess her haters, the people that don't like her. They could feel like she's pretty smug here. I feel like the work will actually be impressive, though. I really strongly feel that way. I think she's put her heart and soul into this, but I do feel like she's a bit restricted for some reason. So there can be people outside of her fan base that will not support it and will have negative things to say. Okay. When it comes to the sales, though, it kind of feels like she may do well, and I do feel like it could be due to some finagling of the numbers. Something shady. Okay, so will Rihanna listen to the album, and if so, how will she feel after listening? And I got that she will listen. She's actually anticipating it, but she's kind of like got her face frowned up when she's listening to it, skimming through it, skipping through it. Will she listen? We got the party animal, socialite, social butterfly, late night clubbing, partying, overindulgence in drugs and alcohol or sex. A wild lifestyle, reckless, promiscuous, always out and about, on the go, busybody. Now that could mean that she hears a song or she's already heard a song at a club when she was partying at a social event. I kind of feel like she's listening to it, but it's like background noise. It's like, huh? Yeah, okay, that sounded okay. Let me skip to the next song. Or maybe, like I said, just hearing it from the circles that they're in. How will she feel? So it could be a lot of party music here, a lot of celebratory music, club music. Okay, so we have impulse control. It says that she's going to be transmuting negative energy into positive energy, positive defense mechanisms, instead of allowing your impulses to rule you, she's going to be practicing self-control. She's going to be socially acceptable to trigger. So she's going to feel triggered by her, but she's going to control it. This is so interesting because I said in the tarot reading, the portion with the tarot, that she may be diplomatic on the strength of her relationship with Jay. Something, some formality, okay? This is a business thing. This is the empire, you got to stand up and represent for. This person is under the same umbrella. I'm the person that you have in common. Let's see more. Will Beyonce listening? How will she feel after listening? see. Will Beyonce listen? Will Beyonce listen? We have a yes. Could be a listening party that she even attends for her. It looks like some big deal, some red carpet affair or something. Show me more. How will she feel after listening? So Beyonce, it says there's truth in a joke. They said it because they meant it. Don't take it lightly. Hiding behind laughter as an insult disguised as fun and games. Okay, so she's critical, like I said before. She's very critical. And she's not critical to be mean. She's critical because she's a perfectionist, even with her own music. She's going to love the sound of this album. But there's some kind of criticism she's going to give her. She may say it to her in a way, but she'll say it in jest, not to be hurtful. Tyla wants to, based on these cards, these readings, Tyla has a desire to impress Beyonce. I don't know if she's a big Beyonce fan or not. I don't know much about Tyla. I've said that before. I don't know much about her. But let's continue. So Beyonce will be listening with a critical ear. This is business for her. This is an art for her. So it looks like maybe some big party, an album release party, something major they may be doing for her. But she's giving her constructive criticism behind the scenes. We won't know about this. Okay, so will Beyonce do a spell? Will Beyonce do a spell on her album so the sales are low? And this says, if so, why? So let's see. Will Beyonce do a spell? Okay, no, she won't. And why? Because she's showing up as the Three of Wands just like Rihanna. Forecast, anticipation. So this has a lot to do with what benefits her. She wants to see Tyla do well because she works for her husband. She's signed to her husband. There's something that Beyonce is very impressed by in the CD. It's something sonically, and I'm sure she's probably heard bits and pieces of it. Has she heard the whole thing? I'm not sure. But Beyonce's going to borrow very heavily from this album. Trust and believe me when I tell you. She's taking something from it. Okay, so will Rihanna do a spell? And if so, why? To make the sales low. So Rihanna is showing up as very stubborn and resistant towards Tyla. She's wounded by something. She feels scarred by something. This could be behind the scenes. This may be over working with Jay-Z. And maybe over the fact that they're both, like I said, foreign, women who, are in the pop realm. That R&B pop realm. So Rihanna is showing up as very reluctant to do anything connected to Tyla. She isn't showing up as a stand-up person. She's not looking to me like anybody trying to sabotage her. It just feels like she doesn't support her. What is this? What is this? We have volatile. Look at this. The Knight of Wands reversed. A dangerous person, forceful, criminal, cocky, arrogant. Pushy, won't take no for an answer. I don't know if she doesn't like her followers. It talks about being a follower here. Out of control, unhinged, sexually reckless, thrill of the chase. Coward, she sees her as a coward. She sees her as someone not brave. She doesn't seem to like Tyla. I'm going to say allegedly, but I feel like it's strong in these cards. There's some volatility between the two of them, at least from Rihanna's standpoint. How does Tyla feel about Rihanna? I believe she made a negative statement about Rihanna, and that's where this stems from. Okay, she's showing up as the Knight of Cups. Idealistic, poetic, creative, generous, thoughtful, chivalrous. So she could be looking at Rihanna as the Knight of Cups. Rihanna is a Pisces. So again, is she a big Beyonce, a big Rihanna fan? There's something here where it's like when they tell you not to meet your heroes. It's like, in Tyla's eyes, she went from a hero to somebody that she kind of detests. I don't know what happened between them. Okay, so what is this? Will Beyonce do a spell to make the album sales low? Will Rihanna do a spell? And then you have, will Jay-Z buy thousands of copies? And I got a yes before. And I see it here with the 5 and the 7 of swords. Will he buy thousands of copies so that her sales are higher? Yeah, we have the Justice card reversed, the Judgment card reversed, which is unfairness, cheating, being deceptive, not operating in integrity, like I said in the other portion. Yeah. Yep. Allegedly. Alright, so will Beyonce feel bad for how her album does? I guess if it's not good, I don't know what you mean by that. Okay, so Beyonce is focused on the greater things in life. She's thinking beyond her current situation and striving for bigger and better, while also encouraging others to conquer their territories and achieve their dreams. We got the number 8899 here. Okay. Will Tyla do a spell or rituals or her album sales? So her album sells a lot. Okay, it says her nose is clean. She's staying out of trouble. She's clean and sober. She's living a square lifestyle and playing it safe and walking the straight and narrow. So no, she's not. She's playing by the rules and conducting herself with decorum intact. However, I don't think her label is. All right, so, and this could be the downfall of why her ticket sales won't be matching the album sales. Okay, so where are we? The next question, will Tyla be happy with how it performs? Will Tyla be happy with how it performs? Okay, we got the Queen of Wands. That's a yes. It's like the packaging of everything. She likes it. And then we have feeling bad. Wow. Wow. So I said she's going to be feeling bad. She's very confident, and then something makes her feel bad. Now, I don't know if this is her finding out they cheated for her to win, allegedly, or if this is her coming in with a really big starting week, like I said in the other reading, and then the sales kind of drastically drop off. Like inflating the first week's numbers, and then it drops off after that. Because it says she's going to be feeling bad. But it's like a lot of attention went into this, the Queen of Wands, a lot of pomp and circumstance, a lot of energy went into putting the CD together. And it's packaged well. And the rollout for it, I guess, as well. Again, I don't keep up with her, but it says she's going to be feeling bad. Okay. Next question. Will Beyonce feel threatened when her second album drops? When Tyla's second album drops? Okay, we have the Womanizer. We got the Sagittarius man showing up here again. So is she thinking that her husband is attracted to Tyla? Because he's shown up as the Knight of Wands twice, and the Sagittarius energy, and Jay-Z is a Sagittarius. There's some kind of flirting or charming or sexual energy going on here that Beyonce feels some kind of way about. I don't think it's about the album. It's about the man. Show me more. Okay, she says 1 in a million. Wow. So, okay, Aaliyah's energy is coming through here. So she feels like Tyla is a 1 in a million. She's a rare find. I wonder if they're going to try to make a play on an Aaliyah type sound to bring back something from Aaliyah. I wonder if she'll cover an Aaliyah song. But it actually says here, rare find, a needle in a haystack, and irreplaceable. So there's something about her wanting to be the one. I think she sees talent in Tyla, but there's something about her feeling like she wants to be the only one. Let's move on. I feel like she is a bit threatened. So will Beyonce steal ideas? I already told you all. I think she will. Okay, yes. It says she's a hard-nosed, demanding boss, a person who assigns strict or burdensome tasks to others and rigorously supervises their work, which I said she was analyzing this word. Delegating with authority, micromanaging, a teacher or leader who expects high effort and strict adherence to deadlines and runs a tight ship. So this is about business for her, and she will borrow from her. She's a taskmaster, but she's making her moves in silence, so she's secretly stealing. She's not telling her she's borrowing. Yeah, she's keeping her cards close to her chest. She's listening to her instincts and shutting out the outside noise. Cancer and Pisces energy. All right, will Rihanna reach out to Tyla to congratulate her when the album dropped? And I got a no, reluctantly. She may due to Jay-Z urging her to. Now see what we get here. We have a complex human being. Multifaceted, a walking contradiction at times, a deep thinker, not easy to define, read, or understand, mysterious, complicated, curious, inquisitive, resilient, adaptable, nuanced, and layers. So this is not just a simple yes or no. Again, I feel like she may be urged to do it in the name of the game and sportsmanship, but let's see. Okay, so yeah, it says there's going to be big effort and a small reward, a drop in a bucket. Juice isn't worth the squeeze, a small inconvenience. And that's what I'm getting. Like, this is a small inconvenience, but I'll do it because Jay asked me to do it. She's going to be slow to do it. It's going to feel like a chore. She's not going to want to do it. If it happens, I don't think it'll be something that we know about unless they tell her, hey, contractually, we want you to do this. Put it on social media. Say something about the CD. Say something about the song. Use the music in a reel or, something on Instagram or one of your social media platforms. But this is definitely a lot of reluctance to do it. She feels like it's an inconvenience. Okay. So, will Beyonce and Tyla ever collab? And if so, when? So let's see. And I got that they would. Yeah, we have reliable income. The Six of Pentacles came out. This is the Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. This actually came out to answer this question in the tarot. It's coming out in the Oracle cards as well. Again, I said when it's beneficial to both of them. This is gainful employment, financial relief and breathing room, a windfall of abundance, financial balance, stability, a steady flow of revenue or cash, a positive shift in your career and earthly matters. And I said when it will benefit Beyonce more so than benefit Kyla is when she'll get this collaboration. Give me one more. We have gender wars. I don't know what's going on with the gender wars. I don't know. Tyler, what do you want to say about your upcoming album in closing? She said struggle love. This could be what she's talking about. Broke, toxic, dysfunctional, going nowhere, more trouble than his word. Okay, this could be what she's singing about. That could be the next song. We have checked out. Why are you checked out? Again, I feel like she didn't get something pushed through on the album that she wanted. What if checked out? We got Taurus energy here. Yeah, identity and respectability politics. There's something about the rules that she didn't agree with the powers that be. The Hierophant energy here. I feel like she may be regretting this contract that she got into. There's something in the fine print that she did not know about. That once she put this album together, I don't know if it's creative, freedom, some kind of way she feels restricted by the rules. Show me more. She's pointing out that patriarchy. That could be why we have gender wars here. She's pointing out the Hierophant. And Hierophant is like the good old boys club. Something about masculine energy, the patriarchy, outdated beliefs. Okay, so it says here she's managing difficult emotions with the Strength card. She kills them with kindness, though she's being a peacemaker. She's not making a big fuss. She's calming her ego, biting her tongue, swallowing her pride, practicing restraint and self-control. And this is also delayed gratification. So she has a thick skin. She's being patient. She's facing challenges with composure. She's lion-hearted. She's a calm, quiet person. But she is biting her tongue about something. What is going on here? Okay, she said true blue, the sun, authentic, genuine article. She feels like she cannot show all of who she is, either creatively or as an individual when it comes to the paperwork. But she is pointing out here public acknowledgement of success with the Six of Wands, Jupiter, and Leo. So she's saying that there's going to be positive feedback from her fans and supporters. She feels like this is her moment. All eyes are on her. She's on high. She feels like she has popularity, fame, and victory. But she feels like there's certain people that just will not accept her. She feels like she got the Wheel of Fortune here with the lucky twist of fate. And then the Knight of Wands comes out again. Jay-Z's energy. But the Four of Cups energy is here for reject. Okay, I feel like there was something about either the timeline, some music, or creative freedom and expression that she felt like was not allowed to her. She feels like she missed an opportunity with either a collaboration or something on the CD, on the album that she wanted to do that they would not allow her to do, allegedly. She's pointing out something about other people's fan bases. Y'all have to fill me in. Is there an issue with Rihanna or Beyonce's fan bases? Because she's pointing out that they just won't accept her. She's being rejected here. You got the devil here. And the world card. It's something online. It's something about crossing over from her side of the world to America. She feels like there's a blockage. There's gatekeeper energy here that she feels like she can't break through. You even have the Two of Wands here. So she feels like I have a lot to offer, have a lot of talent, but Is this a cultural thing? I know she made statements before about calling herself a colored person or something like that at one point, and people, that's not a term that we use in America that's kind of derogatory. And I believe that kind of was the catalyst, but it's like she's stuck in this pattern where she feels like people won't let her in. Okay, now we have left hand work. Okay, wait. We have left hand work. Gemini and Virgo energy. Hoodoo. A dark practitioner manipulating energy, brainwash, sleight of hand, dark magic, spell work, self-deification, religious taboos, negative or harmful intentions, cursing, hexing, and altruism. A Gemini or a Virgo. But the feedback here, there's something about social media that really causes her a lot of fright. Something about crossing the waters into America, being on American radio, it really gives her a lot of trepidation. Yeah, she's very frustrated with this. She feels like, why can't I break through? Why are people not letting me in? Now, y'all have to let me know if you are a Tyla fan. What does that mean? Because I don't know. But that's what she's showing me here. This is what she's concerned about. And she's like, I'm being myself. I have talent. I think she has a nice voice, and the music I have heard with Tyla on it has been nice. So I don't know. She just wants a little bit more recognition, but she's pointing out these people's fan bases. She said they're one-sided, and they live vicariously through these artists. Celebrity worship, emotionally invested in someone else who doesn't even know you are alive. She's talking about the stands, like the Beehive, putting someone you don't know on a pedestal. And she feels like I almost feel like she's telling me that she has the look because she had the Queen of Wands before. Aesthetically, she feels like she has it. She has the dance moves. She has the talent, but she feels like it's used against her. And I think it may be a cultural thing. But she feels like she can't have a lot of success here in America. I don't know why, but that's what I'm seeing. Like, subscribe, comment. I will see you in the next episode.